This week on The Travel Detective, you can't get a better photo op than this. I'm at Giza, outside of Cairo, at the pyramids, with the Sphinx behind me. But that may be the only shot that most tourists see. I'm going to share with you some of my hidden gems of Egypt. That's our cover story.
Plus, the travel books paint St. Lucia as an island of romance, adventure, and history. But I'll show you some secrets to St. Lucia that makes it a true hidden gem. And then I'll introduce you to some unusual cruises that go beyond the typical schedules and ports.
I'm Peter Greenberg. That story and more on this edition of The Travel Detective. If you're coming to Egypt, chances are you're going to Cairo, and chances are really good you're coming here to the pyramids. Let's face it, it's on your bucket list. But there's so much more to see and do than just these iconic archaeological sites. So let me share with you some of my hidden gems of Egypt.
Located in the northeastern corner of the African continent, Egypt is bordered by the Mediterranean to the north, Sudan to the south, Libya to the west, and Israel and the Gaza Strip to the east. Evidence of human settlement in the region dates back to around 40,000 BC, making this country one of the cradles of civilization. And what we refer to today as ancient Egypt, the age of the pyramids, mummies, and the great kings and pharaohs, began around 3100 BC and lasted over 3,000 years. In the mid-7th century, the country became part of the Arab and Ottoman empires. But the modern Republic of Egypt as we know it, governed by native Egyptians, was founded only in 1953. I've been going to Egypt for nearly 4 decades. I've seen a lot of changes. And I was here in 2011, during the Arab Spring, when President Mubarak was forced to resign after a bloody revolution that left hundreds dead and thousands injured. But today, Tahrir Square, Cairo's largest public square and the flashpoint for the protests during the Egyptian Revolution, is pretty quiet on most days.
But one problem still remains. Just trying to cross the street in the square. Here's a shot of me trying to cross just a few years ago. I did it. And here's me trying to cross today.
And the crowds are not just on the roads. You're guaranteed to encounter throngs of fellow travelers in most of the country's iconic locations, like the pyramids of Giza, unless, of course, you know exactly when to go.
So what's the best time to come to the pyramids? Not after 10 o'clock in the morning. That's when everybody else is here. I'm going to tell you what the guidebooks and brochures won't tell you. Do what I do. Get up around 3 in the morning. You heard me, 3 in the morning, and get out here before sunrise, and you'll thank me.
Let's face it, it's all about the light. You can sleep later. Once the sun begins to rise and you get your first glimpse of the Great Pyramid, you'll have no regrets. This is the oldest and largest of the 3 pyramids in Giza, and it's the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still in existence. Standing at 481 feet tall, the pyramid was the tallest man-made structure in the world for 3,800 years. And then, sitting on the Giza Plateau, next to the pyramids, you'll find the Great Sphinx, a 240-foot-long statue with the body of a lion and the head of a human. Remarkably, it's carved from a single piece of limestone. It's one of the most recognizable symbols of ancient Egypt, and at this hour of the morning, you'll realize the reason why you got up so early. You'll have the place to yourself. You can even try visiting in the evening. You can buy tickets for a very touristic sound and light show, and some of the shows even include dinner. You're definitely not going to have the place to yourself, but seeing the pyramids lit up under the night sky is a pretty cool experience. About 425 miles south of Cairo, on the east bank of the Nile, there's the city of Aswan. It's got the feeling of a laid-back resort town, but it's got plenty of history and ruins, and it's a frequent stop on Nile cruises that also sail to Luxor. One of my favorite ways to explore a city is by bike, and Aswan is no exception. From there,
starts with a short ride on a felucca across the Nile, from the old cataract to Elephantine Island. But a caution, while there's great history here, it's not the main meal, it's just the appetizer.
you can visit the old ruins and temples on the island, and they're definitely worth a quick visit.
But if you're looking for a more authentic, genuine experience, yalla, you gotta power up.
There are many small Nubian villages along the riverbank, and about 15 minutes from Elephantine Island, you'll come to a village which you'll recognize by the sign, which means west of Aswan in English. This village is the home to Captain J.J. Jamaica, my boat captain for the day, and he wanted to show me some traditional Nubian hospitality.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, gotcha.
The village is very colorful. The people are warm and outgoing. And on my way to meet back up with Captain JJ at his home, I made a few new friends.
Thanks, guys. All right. Cool.
Mr. Peter.
JJ, how are you,
How are
man?
you?
Okay.
Nice to see you. You're happy here?
I'm very happy.
Okay, you're welcome.
Ah.
For a cup of tea?
Let's do it.
Yeah. We're very happy you visit us here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this place,
Yeah. This Gharb Aswan?
Gharb Aswan means West Bank.
West Bank, yeah. It's a West Bank and 22 villages. Around 23,000 people live here.
But this is not a big tourist destination. This is real local.
Yeah, very local village. Yeah, we like to people come visit us. We're very happy.
I'm happy.
Yeah, we're very happy. We say welcome. Yeah, come and drink tea with us.
Exactly.
Come and try our Nubian food. Yeah.
Now, what is Nubian food?
Nubian food, you know, we make the bread from corn flour and we put in the oven here. And it's very nice and tasty bread.
While we waited for the bread to bake, Captain JJ had something else in mind.
To you, sir.
Cheers.
All right.
Okay, how we say thank you by Nubian?
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew that. Come on, give it to me again.
Gassalekum.
Gasarekum.
Yeah.
Gasarekum, Repab, Aswan.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Gassalekum.
West Bank.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Okay.
I'm learning.
If you stay with us longer, we teach you
If I
more.
stay with you longer, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Okay, man.
You're going to be tempted to buy some trinkets along the way, and of course you will. But remember, you're coming back to Cairo before you travel home. So do what I do and save your serious shopping for the Khan El Khalili market. Because this is a place you definitely don't want to miss. It's thought to be the oldest open-air market in the Middle East, and you can find just about anything you want here because it's massive. So before you go, you might want to have a plan of attack because it can be a little overwhelming.
But the best way to see Khalili is the way the locals do. You go through the back door. These are the old gates to the city. They date back more than 1,000 years. Now there's an entrance over there and an entrance over here. We're using this entrance. It's called Bab el Fatu. What does that mean? That stood for when the army went out to fight their battles. The other gate was when the army came back for victory. But being the contrarian that I am, we're going to go in through the out gate.
Make sure you've got plenty of time because there's a lot to see and a lot to buy. Yes, there are tacky souvenirs and designer knockoffs, but there are also antiques, spices, fabric, gold, and silver, and pretty much anything you could want. But I always come here for something else, vintage pocket watches.
And I always go in this place. Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you. Can I show you some watches here? Yes. We want to see that one, yes. That one. Yep. And that one, and the one with the train. Cool.
Is from 1929,
Wow.
when the tramway is beginning here.
The tramway.
Yes, and it's right written here.
And there's the serial number. And it works.
Of course, before you buy any watch, here's some obvious advice. You want to make sure it can still tell time.
In the past, you can know if the watch is good or not by hearing.
That is so cool.
Tick, tick.
Tick, tick, tick.
With so many great options, it was hard to choose.
From 19
Wow. Okay, I got to figure out which one I'm going to get. And how much is this again?
5,000.
All right, I'm making a decision. Oh, just when I'm making a decision, he pulls out another one.
Before you take your decision.
No, this one I'm not getting. A Westclox pocket pen.
Yes.
Stop it, put that one away. That one we're not doing. I didn't come all the way to Cairo to get a Westclox.
I fixed the watches.
I know, well, I'm sure you fixed that one. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this one, and we're going to get this one. These two. No. No, these are the two. Then you have to give me the best price.
Remember, the name of the game here? Bargaining.
That is 4,500, that is 5,000.
It's not only part of the game, some would say it is the game. So don't ever pay the asking price without haggling.
For 2 watches? Are you kidding me? It's great. But you have to negotiate. Can we do it for that?
Not only is it acceptable, it's expected.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
And that's just a tiny piece of history in a country that's filled with thousands of pieces of history. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, 6 million people across the globe die each year because of cigarette smoking. And in the U.S., there are more than 16 million Americans currently suffering from a smoking-related disease. And when you travel, who wants to be a victim of secondhand smoke? So where are the states in the U.S. with the most smokers? Coming in at number 3, Arkansas, where every 4th resident smokes. Number 2, Kentucky, where more than 26% of the population smokes. Not surprisingly, Kentucky also has the highest cancer-related deaths in the country. And the most smoking state in America? That's West Virginia. This might have something to do with the fact that West Virginia also has the 2nd highest premature death rate in the U.S. And the state that smokes the least? That's Utah, where only 9.7% of adults smoke. Overseas, the most smoking countries are 2 of the smallest, Andorra and Luxembourg. And the country with the fewest smokers? It's Brunei.
For most of you, it probably doesn't come as a surprise that St. Lucia is consistently voted one of the best places to visit in the Caribbean. Great weather, amazing beaches, warm water. Not a surprise at all. But what is a surprise is what's off the coast. A great art scene, tremendous history, and jungle adventures. And an exploding food scene that you're not going to find in the brochures and the guidebooks. So let me share with you some of my hidden gems of St. Lucia.
Part of the Lesser Antilles, St. Lucia is located in the West Indies, on the boundary of the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean. The island isn't that big, just 27 miles long and 14 miles wide, and nearly 3/4 of it is covered in forest. First settled by the Arawak Indians around 200 AD, St. Lucia is believed to have been discovered by the Europeans about 1500, although colonization was not attempted until 1605 by the British. For several hundred years, control of the colony bounced back and forth between England and France a remarkable 14 times, until St. Lucia finally became an independent state in 1979. There are a lot of zip lines in St. Lucia, and if you're looking to soar through the trees, well, you won't be disappointed. But then there's the zip line at Cap Maison Resort, which might get your heart racing in another way. Rock Maison is a private deck stretching out over the ocean. It can be reserved for intimate romantic dinners, and it comes with its own champagne zip line.
Pretty good deal. I got the ring, I got the champagne, I got the flowers. But it might help if you had a significant other. I always have fun in Castries, the main city here in St. Lucia, but you want to avoid this place when the cruise ships are in. In fact, during the high season, you could have as many as 4 ships in. That's like 12,000 people running around. But I've got a better idea. When these ships come in, head out to Rodney Bay, and that's where your ship heads out.
That's right. Instead of being a passenger, you can be your own captain for a day and pilot your own boat on a self-guided tour. From the marina, head south and follow the western coast of the island, where you'll pass resorts and beaches. But keep an eye out for this rock archway. It might look familiar, and that's because it's the site where Johnny Depp's character, Captain Jack Sparrow, saw a group of hanging skeletons in the Pirates of the Caribbean. About an hour after leaving Rodney Bay, you'll arrive at the beach at Anse Chastanet. This is where you'll hop out of your boat and onto a bike. You can rent a bike easily here and pedal through the jungle on nearly 10 miles of trails. The jungle is filled with tropical fruit trees and flowers, but the trails also will take you past the remnants of an 18th century French colonial plantation, where you'll see the ruins of an old reservoir, a sugar mill, and a church. When you're done, and before you get back on the boat, you might want to get in the water, because Anse Chastanet also has some of the best snorkeling in the country. Most visitors head to Anse des Pitons at the base of the mountains, but if you want to avoid the crowds, you come here instead. You can rent equipment right on the beach, then swim out from the shore or the dock to a shallow water reef where there's a large variety of Caribbean marine life, including trumpetfish, parrotfish, and sergeant majors. And if all of that activity makes you hungry, and it will, you'll want to head back to Castries, to the place that the locals know to go for one of the best meals on the island. For 35 years, Eva Lynn Lagon and her husband Julian have been serving up authentic St. Lucian cuisine here at the Hardest Hard Restaurant. That's a name, but it's also known locally as Under the Almond Trees.
We do a lot of Creole menus. You get more of your one pots, your bouillons, your fish broth, the stuff the locals like.
So give me an idea of what would be on the menu today.
We're gonna have the green figs with the saltfish. We're gonna be doing the trotter's bouillon with the dumplings in there, the lentils.
And everything's local.
Everything is local. We try to use as much local seasonings as we can. The only issue is when most of them are out of season, we have a little problem, but we try our best to do this.
About 5 minutes from the restaurant is the Howelton Estate. A lot of tour buses stop here, but don't let that deter you. In fact, most folks come off the buses and go right into the gift shop, where they sell locally made products. And you can watch a batik demonstration to see how they make some of the items for sale in the shop. But the hidden gem here is the detour. Head to the back. And if you'd rather make something to take home with you, if it lasts that long, then you'll want to meet Jacob Marcelin. He's the owner of Coco Caribe, and he'll teach you how to make your own artisanal chocolate.
Tell me what we got here.
Today I'm going to introduce you to the iconic St. Lucian cocoa.
So all of this local ingredients.
They all are local ingredients. And the St. Lucian cocoa is known for it's less bitter, it's less robust in comparison to beans originating from Central and South America and also Africa.
How am I doing, okay?
You're doing very well. Good rotation, good posture. I love it. Okay, at this minute we will apply some of your cocoa butter. And the cocoa butter is actually from the cocoa nib itself. Okay? Now we're going to apply your confectionery sugar. Okay?
Again, right? We do this
again. That's right. So what this is really going to do is going to break down the solids because of the heat coming from your mortar.
It smells great.
Yeah, it smells great, right? Yeah.
And just pour it in the mold?
Pour it, that's correct. Wow.
And then this is now going to harden.
That's correct.
And if you like your chocolate a little more decadent, you can add raisins, nuts, and other tasty extras. All right.
You did well, Peter.
Am I a chocolatier?
Proud of you. Almost there.
So here it is, completely out of the refrigerator, the Peter Greenberg signature chocolate bar. I'm going to pull it. Oh, look at this. Just pull it out. Oh, I love this. Mmm. Just the right amount of raisins and nuts. A classic.
Before leaving Castries, I make it a point to stop at Udovic Studios. Not the easiest place to find, so you better ask around. Then start driving down. That's where you'll find sculptures by Joseph Udovic and his son Jolim, two of the Caribbean's premier artists. Of course you can visit the gallery, even purchase a wood carving, but I've got a better idea. If you want to learn something new and even have some fun along the way.
So one of the cool things about this workshop is guys like me can actually come here and make something.
Definitely, and you know, right now you have an opportunity right now because I'll just commence a fresh piece, all from one of my latest collections.
And you're gonna let me ruin it.
Right, you could do a little harder.
Okay.
You're doing a great job.
So I go
so
on
far.
this side now?
Yes. Very good, very good.
Oh, look at that, I even got it
Very
out.
good, yeah.
Ooh, very
Yeah.
good. How long will it actually take you to do this?
Sometimes 3 weeks to create, you know, but a piece this size might take me 1 week. Every sculptor has, has to develop their own technique and their own comfort level.
Well, I have no technique and I'm not comfortable.
But all you gotta do is just whack it a little harder.
When in doubt, whack it harder.
That's right.
I wish I could say that after whacking it a little harder, it made a difference. Well, it didn't, but I thoroughly enjoyed the experience. I could actually take this right now and display this all over the world and just call it Greenberg the Early Years.
The world of art, anything is possible, you know.
As I said, the early years.
Yes.
Or the blue period.
Doesn't come easy.
You're right, it doesn't come easy. Here's the takeaway. Anytime I can get on a boat or a bike, I'm a happy guy. And in St. Lucia, I got to do 2 of those hidden gems, and with no crowds.
If you're tired of the usual ports in the Caribbean, Alaska, and Europe, and refuse to play another game of bingo on that cruise ship, then it might be time, literally, to broaden your horizons and think about some more unusual cruise itineraries and activities. For starters, how about a cruise on a U.S. cruise ship through the Suez Canal? Yes, it does exist. With port calls in Athens and Rome, the Celebrity Constellation sails across the 101-mile-long canal that serves as a connector between the Mediterranean and the Red Sea. The Suez Canal officially opened in 1869, after 10 years of building, and is still lauded as a triumph of engineering. But what makes this cruise so special is so much history happened in the Suez. Wars were fought to control it, and there's great storytelling as you move slowly through the canal. Another engineering marvel is Royal Caribbean's Ripcord by iFly. That's on board Quantum of the Seas. The skydiving simulator lets you free fall in a wind tunnel at sea. And then there's Norwegian Cruise Line's Bliss, which offers go-kart racing on the top of the ship. The track is 1,000 feet long, goes through 2 decks, and the cars go more than 30 miles an hour.
We figured a racetrack on the top of a cruise ship was one of the most unexpected things that one could imagine.
I mean, shipyards know how to build ships. Who knows how to build a racetrack on a ship?
You know, it was a whole new thing for us. We had to figure it out. We worked with engineers and to make sure this was a safe racetrack, and it's been fantastic. But a lot of people put a lot of thought in how to make it work.
And nobody has gone in the water.
No. Everyone is very safe on this track.
And we've reached the finish line for this episode.
That does it for this week. I'll see you next time on another edition of The Travel Detective.
Funding for this program is provided by the Polish National Foundation, whose mission is to advance Poland's cultural heritage and history. share Polish achievements in the arts and sciences, and support innovation and growth of Poland as an economic and social hub of Europe. And Virtuoso, a global network focused on luxury and experiential travel.